Well, we made it through the Cairo rush hour traffic, come to see Mosque al-Rifahi and Sultan Hasan Mosque. I don't know how we made it, but somehow it all works out. There's people, there's trucks, there's buses, there's cars, there's more people sharing the same space, but somehow there was no accident. The guy yesterday selling mother of pearls boxes said that all the mosques have mother of pearl inside, and this one is made of mother of pearl as well, and special wood, so special wood carvings. The sin is quite embossed and the work inside is quite detailed. Here the work is all engraved as well, but it's all in stone. Probably marble, but I'm not sure what kind of stone it is. I'm quite surprised there's so many tourists here. There was a couple of coach loads outside. I didn't know that these two mosques were particularly on a tourist trail, but it seemed like it's quite popular with the tourists. Incredible detail right there. That's so high up. I'm not sure about the story behind this one, but it seemed to suggest that it's a sign for all the martyrs, in memory of all the martyrs. This is the final resting place of the Shah of Iran. This is the burial chamber of the Shah of Iran, the last king of Iran, who was given place to stay in Egypt after the revolution, and they've done an extremely good job of providing him a huge room all to himself with extremely high ceilings. You come in from the Great Hall, there's another big hall Smaller than the Great One, obviously, but it's still enormous. That's amazing work. There's another burial place of somebody, I'm not sure who it is though. But if you look up the walls there, I've put some steel to support the walls from falling in. They are doing a lot of renovation work from outside as well. Before coming to Cairo, I had no idea about this place existing until our host mentioned it. We knew that the Shah of Iran was buried here, but we didn't know where exactly. This would have been a wuzu place where you wash your hands and feet before prayers. People will sit down here and wash their hands and feet. Even though both of these mosques are very similar from outside, this one hasn't been renovated yet, and this one is very much more open plan with open areas, and the other one has big grand rooms and halls. So it's quite interesting to see the difference between the two. We're headed to the Cairo Museum now, and we've called for our Uber. I don't think their Uber app works very well here for them, because you can't rely on the times that they say they're going to come in. It's saying 3 minutes, sometimes it says less or whatever, but then all of a sudden it goes from 3 minutes to 14 minutes. Seems to be coming our way instead of going the wrong way. So hopefully he'll get here in a couple of minutes. We've made it inside Egyptian Museum. Egyptian Museum of Antiquities in Cairo. They do a big show of checking your bags, but I don't know if anybody's actually looking at this the screen and seeing what's inside the bags or not. It doesn't make me feel any safer. They do a big show of security, and there's people with guns, which makes me feel more scared rather than secure or safe. But I suppose they have to show that for the tourists. This is the Pharaoh Psamtik I that was found in the Cairo suburbs. This is the one that I've come to see in the Egyptian Museum. This was an accidental find when they were digging for making construction. He was one of the greatest pharaohs that nobody knew about until recently, until a couple of years ago. When it was first discovered, they thought that it might be one of the more well-known pharaohs, until they deciphered the writing or part writing that was found on the statue. Psamtik I ruled Egypt for 64 years, and he brought fragmented Egypt together without shedding any blood. And I've been quite fascinated with the history of it, and how he'd done so much, but he was not known until very, very recently. Ancient Egyptians did seem to like their columns and their obelisks. There's quite a few obelisks around. You can see where they've joined up the statues when they found all the various pieces and put them together. They have so many mummies here that they've just numbered them. And each one has got its own inscriptions and writing. And it's amazing. I don't know how old this particular one is, but it survived so well with all its colors. We're nearly to the end of the museum trip. After a few hours, we're completely shattered. There's been a lot to see, a lot of walking, and a lot to experience. Every time we thought we'd finished everything, there was some more to see in the side rooms and etc. And lots of new different halls. The two best things in the museum were TutanKhamun's exhibition with all that was found with his mummies and coffins, and the Psamtik the first outside. But poor Psamtik the first outside has been left like a black sheep of the family. He was very, very important, and he did a lot for Egypt. Those were the two things that I found most interesting. So we're going to make our way out now and see if we can find something to eat, because we've been out since breakfast and it's coming up to 5 o'clock. Well, we got back after a very hair-raising taxi drive. Looking forward to have some tea. We did go take a walk by the Nile after all that walking in the museum, despite our knees and back hurting. It was a pleasant walk, and then we went and had some pizza. It looked better than it tasted, but it was alright. They also give sides of pickles and aubergine and potatoes. The aubergines were quite nice but spicy. So I'm going to sign off here tonight, and tomorrow is travel back home day. Excuse the dogs. Cairo's full of dogs that bark all night. So tomorrow is a travel day. We're going back home. It's an early flight, so not sure if I'll be able to record much in the morning. Taking a flight with Aegean back to London. So see you in the morning. Bye bye.